Hey guys, live here with Nanicrypto. Just thought I'd jump on today, 31st of May. Now, wait for some of these people to come online. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. For some reason, I'm getting a tool. We are going to jump into the charts today. I have quite a few coins I want to go through today. Some are coins that have broken out. Others are coins that are still setting up. Others have reached support. So just to go through a few of those and see where we're at with that. Hey guys, we are going to jump into the charts today. So thought I'd wait a few minutes to see if we get some more people online, but we're going to get started and then they can watch it back if they're interested in looking at the charts today. So today is 31st of May. We've had some interesting days with Bitcoin. Actually, this is the daily chart. So if there's anyone new to crypto trading, we are running tradingview.com. I'm currently running the pro account. So I've set up specific time frames, but you can actually set up your time frames. So if I talk about the 77-minute, it will be the same hourly chart. If I talk about the 343, it's probably the best equivalent is the 4-hour chart and then the daily chart, which can be used on both. For those guys who are online, can you please let me know if you can hear me okay and see me okay? Just want to make sure you can see the video and you can hear me okay. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it down. So this is currently daily. We had been watching a strong support around this area, hoping it wouldn't go down. So if I'm not incorrect, I had set up that coordination between 7200 and 6800, which was the window I was looking for. So just change that again. It's 6800. I actually had a buy at 7,000, so that got actually that didn't get picked up, and then once that bounced, I had another one set up at 7,100, and that one did get picked up. So all in all, it's quite healthy to see Bitcoin kind of bounce off. I think it bounced off about 7,050, and then it got up to 7.5, and then did a little correction yesterday. And this is quite healthy, because what we want to be able to see is we want to see it go up gradually and not in peaks like this, because these kind of peaks can make it quite dangerous. So Bitcoin's doing well. I think at the moment. Has it completely retraced? I hope so. But we won't know next few days. I mean, currently we're running at about 7,560, and that's pretty good for now. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm just going to start running through a few of these charts, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and we can definitely go through those questions for you. Okay, so we're going to look at ADA. These days I'm running most of my charts off Binance, so we'll use Binance. Unless we need a bit more information, then we'll use Bittrex. We're going to run it down to the 343. So for all the people who are watching and you need to set up the boss method, you simply go into indicators and you type in the ultimate. Actually, you can probably type BK, easier. Type BK and you get the ultimate BK moving averages. Now there's, I think there's been other people setting them up, but this is the one you want, the one that's currently got 1,680 likes. So you set that up, and then you run, if you're running the pro account, you set up the 343 minute, and then if you're running the free account, you can run it on a 4-hour. So as you can see, ADA's been suffering since early March. We're currently looking at a 42% retrace. And as we can see, so the boss method says white above blue, you know what to do, which is when we go in and buy, and then blue below white, it's time to say goodnight. Sorry, yes, blue below white, it's time to say goodnight. So ADA is setting up very nicely at the moment. I've jumped into ADA, and that's definitely a good buy at the moment. You know, we've got some really good potential. We've got either here, which is a nice 40-50%, but we know if we look at a bigger time frame on ADA that we have some serious potential. And the good thing about these charts is it's kind of completing cycles. So we follow the lines of the cycle, we can see how it's done kind of one wave, it's doing another wave, and I honestly believe that that wave is completing. So right now we've got the 77, which is on a downtrend. Trying to get rid of that arrow, it doesn't want to go. Goodbye. And then, so that's currently on a downtrend, but the fact 231, so the 231 currently seems to be flatlining. We've got the 7 positive momentum. I think that will help this 77 to turn around, and so we might still see pressure because we're still underwater, but I believe ADA has done a nice bounce, so definitely in on this one and looking to make some nice profits there. Hey Darren, I thought I'd have a listen. Info pumped last night, but Bitcoin not in trading view. It isn't. Nicholas, thank you for joining me. However, there is a new option, and I might just show that to you guys, seeing how you are asking. So if you look at a website called investing.com, it's actually got a charts option, and you can run charts, any charts that you want, basically. So I'll try and see if that will come up there. This new platform has allowed me to set up a few other coins that I can't see, but I've also got a KuCoin account, so we can definitely jump onto that and have a look at it if we want to. So this is investing.com. They used to have like a quite small setup, which is really hard to view the coins, but here, as you can see, you use LYNP. It doesn't show, maybe it doesn't have KuCoin. Okay, let me see here. Don't think I have my KuCoin up and running at the moment, but we can definitely set that up. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of coins on KuCoin, so might not be a crazy idea. Just give me a second here, guys, while I log into KuCoin. And hey, Glenn, nice to have you. Don't forget, guys, if there's any specific coins that you want me to take a look at, please let me know via the chat, and we can definitely start looking at those coins. I've also got a list of coins as well, so we'll be going through those today. There's a lot going on in the market. I think the fact that we've had that bounce of Bitcoin will allow us to see some nice profits of quite a few of those coins that we've been waiting for. So just jumping into our KuCoin account so that we can do the comparison on some of those coins that I think are setting up nicely. Jump into KuCoin. Just bring it back over here. And we'll go to the markets. So Nick wanted to look at Limpo last night. I've never heard of that coin, but we can definitely have a look at it. Can you guys let me know if you're hearing me okay, and if you can hear me okay, and if the video is good, please. LYM. That's it. LYM. Never heard of LYM. Only a new coin, but interested in your thoughts on that. Oh, THETA. So, funny story about THETA, Glenn. THETA came up, one of the YouTubers that I follow, and it's going to sound crazy, but the guy was talking about, apparently he had like somebody who can read the future or whatever. Anyway, so she mentioned the coin. I thought, I've never heard of it. That's insane. And excellent. And so I said, I'm not going to go for a coin that I've never heard of. I think back then THETA was on a different exchange. Actually, I'm just going to hold off. Nicholas will be back with Limp in a moment. Just trying to, it's actually a really good story. Anyway, so I think at the time it wasn't on Binance. It was on KuCoin maybe? No, I don't think it was on KuCoin. I don't think it's on KuCoin yet. Just jumping into Coin Market Cap to check where it's currently set. Oh, there we go. It was on UOB, which I, at the time, broke EX, and I don't have any coins there. So I said, okay, I'm not going to buy anything. It's not really that important at the moment. Anyway, so I actually bought it. So if we look at the THETA token on TradingView. So as soon as they came out, I didn't buy it because I went, I don't know what's going to happen with it. So I might, because it hasn't been out for a very long time, just down to the 1 hourly. And I thought, this coin, you know, hasn't really been out that long. Do I really want to buy something that's so new? However, I did have, you know, that information from the video that the lady had done. And I believe, I can't remember how much I bought, but I bought quite a small amount, and I thought I'll probably scale in as it starts, you know, to eventually turn around. And I bought in I think around here, and went to bed. I think it only done like 5% and thought, I don't know how high it's going to go. Long story short, I sold at about 35% this morning, and I think some people were saying, oh no, I'm going to hold on to it. But in the world of trading, like, you can't leave coins forever and a day, because just like they go up, they've got to come down. So I said, no, I'm going to sell. I sold, I think, around here, just at the beginning of this red green candle, which I could have made a bit more. But I sold at a nice 35%, was happy with that profit. And as we can see, they're just turning around. Now, I think this coin has got a lot of potential. I've heard a lot of people talking about THETA, and I think it can do, really well. I would definitely, I'm waiting for a pullback on this. So if we even bring it down further, let's just say to the 33-minute, yeah, it's currently obviously doing a retrace from that really high spike. Most coins don't do a spike as soon as they come out. They actually come out high and then dip. So I am definitely looking out for this one. It's currently on my pending coins. It's even on the 15-minute chart. It's down. But definitely look for a pullback. I've got it's a good solid entry on this one. There isn't a lot of history in the chart, so I can't say wait until it reaches so and so. We've obviously got, this is a 5-minute chart, so we had a bit of consolidation there, so we could potentially get a bounce there. But yeah, there isn't a lot to read into this chart just because it is so new. But I have heard a lot of people talking about it as some good potential, so definitely is on my list for future trades. So those are my thoughts on Theta, Glenn. Okay, Nicholas, so going back to Limpo, which we have here on KuCoin, let's set up the daily. Wow. Okay, so this coin came out late March, had a pretty, strong support here at 224 Satoshis and has gone through the roof. I've never even heard about this coin. Let's see. So we've currently got, so let's just go from when it was down at the peak. Wow, 650%. Very nice. Imagine if you had bought. See, these are the kind of coins that you'd either have from an ICO or somebody would have told you about it. So even though, I mean, this coin's great, I would not jump into this coin right now. I think with coins like this, you've got to be really careful not to FOMO and say, I want to jump in. Now, the opportunities to buy into this coin would have been, this is a, just change those lines so you guys can see them. I like how KuCoin runs on TradingView somehow. Trading coins, you just pick up all the KuCoins so we can see everything on the one chart. It hasn't done that yet. So we've got, we've had, see here we had, that was a flag that was forming there. Then you would have had another one kind of up here. So these are like opportunities that you could have taken. Well, see, this was more like a, see if I can do a double line. See, it was just a downtrend. There wasn't really a flag there, and that kind of broke out of it. So those would have been the opportunities for you to have jumped into Limp. How highs go obviously hasn't been around for very long. It's just a little over a month, so definitely I'd wait for a pullback maybe if you were interested in getting into this coin. It's a fitness thing sponsoring Nadal. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely wait for a pullback if you are interested in buying back in again. Like I said, 650% in a month is insane. So definitely not something I'd be looking to jump into at the moment. While I'm here, I might just look at a few other coins that I've heard a lot of chit chat about. So we've got OCN. So OCN was a coin which could have looked at in TradingView. OCN was a coin that was doing really well, and then I think here was when it came out on Binance. No, I'm lying. I know it's come out on Binance. Let's see if we can look at it over here. I'm lying. I think it's Bittrex. Yes, I'm lying. It is Bittrex. So it came out on Bittrex. It's a 5-minute chart just so I can see when it came out. 30th of May. So that was yesterday morning, according to the chart. So it came out of Bittrex, and then we saw quite a nice spike. Went from 160 to 230. Now I had actually already made a nice profit with OCN. Around here I made 40%. But if you look at the long run with OCN, it's still got some really good potential. If this coin gets listed on Binance, then you could potentially see a really nice spike. So that's one I've been hearing about. Another one people have been talking about is HBB. That's HPV for you. So I think I sold at about half of my holdings at about 20%. I'm currently still holding because, as we can see, it's got huge. Even if we went to here, we're already looking at 20%, which these days, I mean, I think Bitcoin could be turning around, but while that's confirmed, getting those nice profits are definitely nice to have. So that's another one. I'll just keep KuCoin open. Just I'm going to make sure I mark these off and mark off the coins that we've gone through. THETA is the only one at the moment. THETA and IOTA. Nicholas, that coin you're talking about, are you talking about the Limpo coin? Okay, let's jump in a few of these other charts. Let's change it back to the 343. Let's see what else we have here. We have ZRX. There's a protocol token, very nice coin. I'm very interested in this one. It had a really nice run. I made some nice profits in this run. I didn't know about the coin back here. The only problem is at the moment is we are looking at all-time highs up here, and it's had a bit of strong resistance here, which, as you can see, it hits yesterday. However, we are positive on the boss method. White is above the blue, and we'll hopefully get some more momentum. Got a potential double bottom here, which is quite nice to see. So that may allow us to see this go higher. Obviously, there's a lot of Bitcoin movement at the moment, so we need to be able to cross that that resistance if we want to see it reach some more new all-time highs. So ZRX is definitely something I'm holding in my portfolio. By the way, guys, before I forget, this isn't financial advice. Okay, let's see what else we've got. We've got IOTA. Another one that's set up quite nicely on the boss method. White is currently above the blue. And as we can see, that 343 candle just closed. We've got a new candle, so setting up quite nicely. The thing I really like about IOTA is even though it did a 33% retrace. It hasn't really suffered. I mean, yes, that's obviously a pullback, but I like the fact that it's maintained and hasn't really dipped as much as some of the other ones have. You can obviously another double bottom here, and the fact that we could see some, we've had this coin quite high before. It's currently sitting about 2,300 satoshis, 23,000 satoshis, and we've had it up to about 40,000. So got a potential to double what it's currently at, but hopefully slowly, because when it goes too quickly, then we start getting something like this, which is the overbought, and then that will end up turning around. So hopefully that won't happen. Let's see what else we have here. We have, so that was IOTA. Going to look at ontology. Ontology is setting up really nicely at the moment. As you can see, we've had some really strong consolidation happening here. It's been going sideways since about early May. So I'm still on ontology. I think we will see it. I'm hoping we'll start seeing some volume again pick up. This is obviously a relatively new coin, and it's done two really nice runs. So maybe the consolidation means we're getting ready for a third one. That would be nice. So ontology is looking quite good at the moment. A lot of people talking about EOS as well. My pleasure, Nicholas. Yeah, that Olympic coin's looking really good. So congrats on that trade. That's awesome. Now we're quite used to EOS doing. I mean, the last run that EOS had, and I mean actual run on the Boss method was 195%. So don't know if we're going to see that, but it'd definitely be nice to see EOS. It's up above the white's above the blue again. I think the really positive thing about this chart is we've still got the 231 with a positive momentum. Looks like the 77 could be tail feathering and turning up, and then we've got the 7, which is currently above the 231. So all in all three lines are aligning up quite nicely. If I just take those, yeah, that's a really nice lineup. So we could see some really nice profits from EOS, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Even if we go all the way up there, we're looking at about 34%. So that would be good. See what else we have. Okay, so I'm going to look at some other coins. Some of these coins are coins that have been, I'm just taking off the candles for now. These are coins that have been setting up for a while. Just going to move over to the daily. This is insanely good. I mean, we had this strong support here, which it spiked off back in December. So this is back in December, so it's obviously a slow moving coin. But this kind of lineup that we're seeing over here, these three lines, it's just very nice to see. And the best thing is if I zoom out on that, we can potentially see, similar to the chart we were just looking at, got the 231, this one's flatlining. Those two will be good enough energy to bring that 7 above. Now if I look at the 343, lost my chart, where did it go? So if I look at the 343, we can definitely, so the white's still under the blue, but I think this one's got some really good potential to turn around. So that's one. We've got RVR. Now, this was a rebranding. I can't remember the name of the coin at the moment. So it hasn't been out for that long. However, see if we can find it. Hashtag RVR rebrand. I know it's a rebrand to an old coin. And the thing I like about it is Vox. There we go. Vox used to be an awesome coin. Well, they make some nice profits of Vox. So it is a Vox rebranded, and again, so it is currently under, as it came up quite high and then kind of dipped. But I think, again, the 7 and the 77 are lining up quite nicely. 231 is flatline, so that should allow these two to turn around and come up above it. I've got a line currently set up here. It's probably gone low, so I can probably bring that down to about there. Joins up. If we take that, we've kind of seen a double bottom, but I definitely think we need to see some volume come through to push that above the blue and hopefully give us some good returns. But this is, I think the rebrand from Box will be good, and once people know about it, we can start seeing some nice profits in RVR. So this is just one that I'm looking out for. We've got RDN. Now RDN is one that I've been watching. Look at that. When we're looking at charts and we're trying to figure out, this is kind of where it started. It unfortunately got the line instead of, oh, just fix that up. The best thing about these charts is watching how they've aligned and hit on that support. So I'm just going to do one for those two. I think that was going to happen. And then see how they've hit, not once, not twice, but 4 times. Oh wait, there's one more. 5 times. That chart is aligning up really. I don't think I've bought RDN at the moment. I need to buy me some RDN, I think. Yep, I don't have it. I'll do that after the video. So the RDN, yeah, it's definitely got a really nice setup, and I think it's really looking at, is it ready right now? Well, we're still under, so it'll definitely be a risky trade at the moment. But if, say, let's just say we got rid of that last one. I don't think it's ready yet. If we could just get it to hold up above, say, like that line where it's hit quite a few times, then we could be seeing a potential for it to turn around. And I guess the downside to having those lines is that, as you can see in this one, which was in late March, You see, it's still got it, and because it's kind of reached the line, it could still go down a little bit more, 8%. However, once this chart gets ready, I think we're going to see some real profits. Definitely lining up nicely. Anyway, so that's RDN. So I get excited about the coin sometimes and start ranting because I think they look so good. And remember, guys, we normally chart based on the energy, based on the different setup that we have. But always remember, you've got to keep an eye out for the charts. You've got to keep an eye out for Bitcoin. You've got to keep an eye out for any news. I know there was, for example, the EOS, which we were looking at earlier. I think they were hacked or something like that. So those news can obviously affect a coin, and they will bring your coin down. So there's another one I've been looking at now. I've bought this one a couple of times waiting for it to take off. This is one of the I'm trying to find the bottom coins, which was similar to the one before. But it just kind of wants to keep going sideways. So it is currently under, but I'd definitely look out for this one. This is definitely one of those to keep in your potential coins, because I think once it breaks out, I think 10x could do really, really well. This is another coin. I'm still holding this coin. I've had it for a while, hoping that it would turn around. To see, set up on the Binance chart. And it's just been going sideways forever. 8th of March. That's March, April, May. That's 2 months basically. So I think this one's getting ready. I think I'm currently, yes, I do. I don't hold a lot. I'm just holding a little bit of that. But I'm hoping it's going to turn around soon. So that's ETC. What else do we have? NEO. Is there anything else you guys want me to have a look at for you while we're going through the charts? Yeah, Neo's another one. Neo keeps wanting to do something and then it just falls again. It's tried a couple times. It may have found a support here. We set up the line, one horizontal line. You can see that it may have found a support there at 6708. It's currently at 7042. The one thing I don't like about Neo at the moment is the volume. Like, the volume keeps going down. I don't like that at all. And the fact that it goes down just kind of makes me stay away from it. But it's still one I'm watching. I mean, if we, you never know if it gets picked up by. So Neo is currently an exchange I know it isn't on yet. I think it's Werby or BitHarmful. There's a few that it's not on yet. So it could get picked up by another exchange, and if it does, it might turn around, but not for now. Walton coin. Walton coin's looking quite decent at the moment. Looks like I've set another resistance or ceiling. I really want to see it get above that line. It's kind of been going sideways again for a while, since about from a couple of weeks ago. I really like Walton coin. I've made some profits off it. Last ride we did was about 47%. So I think we just need to keep an eye on it. If we can see, as we can see on the boss method, we've set up quite nicely and we're white above blue, but we definitely need to see it clear that line before we can get into some positive momentum. I really like the 231 as well. That's currently on a kind of uptrend, and I think that's going to help the blue to turn around. Looks to me like that blue might be starting a new cycle as well. So that's definitely something positive. So that's Walton Jane. Wabi. Wabi. Ooh la la. Wabi might be getting ready. So Wabi, I actually made some profits of Wabi as well during the last one. Wabi came down a lot since it came out. About to here, yeah, about 60%. Ouch. The reason I like Wabi is it's turning around. I think it's turning around. See, this is the kind of volume I want to see when I'm like, okay, considering a buy. We've definitely seen the candle break the 77. Obviously that went up too quickly, so it's come down a little bit, but this is definitely one to look out for. If we can see the white cross the blue, still underwater, and I think the 231 is probably going to give it some downward pressure. But if we've got the white going up, the blue could tail off. So this could be a good one, maybe about mid-June to set up and turn around 10 to the 12th of June. So this could be setting up quite nicely. They're saying June's going to be an alt season. Apparently, I don't know, maybe. The EQX looks like that line was set up from a while ago. I haven't looked at this chart for a while. It doesn't really make sense to have that line there at the moment. Probably want it to get above, say there. That line's been hit quite a few times, so has potential, definitely has potential. One, two, definitely has potential for EQX. Don't like the fact that we're quite underwater at the moment, but it hasn't really dipped that much, and we've got a strong support around here, so could be one to watch out for. Is there anything that you guys want me to have a look at? If you do, just leave them in the comments and we'll do them as soon as we go through these charts. Stellar Lumens. Now these targets were from ages ago, so we'll get rid of those. It's obviously been a while since I've looked at this chart. Here's another one setting up nicely on the boss method. It's about to cross over. Actually really liking that volume. We've had a bit of sell volume, but if you look at this area right here, really liking that buy volume coming through. Stellar Lumens has been one of those that just hasn't done a lot in May. So maybe June will be the month when it will turn around. We've still got the 231, which is positive. And that's a good sign. If we can get that 7 maybe to come up from that, ignore that other line, from that double bottom, you'll definitely see it go up. I like the fact that it's not so much on the 231 as well. That gives it potential for it to keep going, which is good. Neblio. I saw a bounce in Neblio that was looking quite good. Yeah, this could be a nice, if we look at where it is now, if I were to take that line all the way back, it's got a nice support there. Is it ready? Not quite yet. We've got to keep in mind that we have so we've definitely got negative momentum with the 77 still going down. We've kind of got this, kind of up and down with the 7, but this will probably come down a little bit more. So it could take a while, but if it holds that support, then we could potentially see those lines turn around and Neblio could be looking at some nice profits again. It's probably another one that's looking at around mid-June. Interesting point. Let's see what else we have. Dash. Now, Dash is a coin that I haven't touched for ages. This used to be one of the really strong coins too. I've got a lot of data here, so I might just change this one to the daily. Look at that. At one point, Dash was insane. The reason I wanted to look at Dash is because even though it hasn't done anything for a while, it's getting quite, well, it did like a couple of days ago. If I might just move this up. Let's put it up above the chart. Yeah, it actually hit 28 and it hasn't bounced back. But the fact that it's currently in that, well, it's not now, but the fact that it's still lingering, I guess, currently in the oversold, could give us another bounce soon. So that's why I wanted to bring up Dash. What's the MACD doing at the moment? Yeah, MACD might be doing a cross as well, which would be interesting. If we can get this histogram into some positive territory, then that would be good as well. Power. Go back to the 343. Let's set this one back down. Don't like having it up there. It's hard to read. I had actually set up an alert for power, which obviously is now relevant, so we'll get rid of that. Might have found support. It's got some nice support back here in late March. And if it did, you might be getting ready for another run. So power is definitely one to be looking out for. If you guys recall that I mentioned in a previous video, Node Investor is another great YouTuber who runs through the charts, was looking at this really nice, get rid of the candles, this really nice cup and handle, which broke out earlier this morning, and I jumped in. So I think we've got some really nice potential. Now, just by looking just without going too much into detail and see how high it can go, get 20% just at that top of that neckline. So it'd be nice to see it go, say, to here. Just based on that Fibonacci, we could see 43% if it goes up to there. So power's looking quite good. Sorry, power. NULS is looking quite good. Now this was a coin, I know a lot of people have been looking into it, which is TRX. Fortunately, it's broken at the moment. Now I don't know if it will just, see, this is my problem with TRX at the moment. And I was looking at this coin earlier on to see if I could jump back in. However, really don't like that double top, because chances are it will probably go all the way. May go all the way down here, I don't know. The only support it's kind of got before then would be at the neckline of that double bottom. So if it stays above 783 and bounces, then it won't be a double top and it will just continue. So hopefully there'll be some continuation. However, I don't know. I think it's time for TRX to do some correcting. So I'm not in this one at the moment, but I know there's been a lot of people talking about it. So I just wanted to point it out in case you're interested in buying. So I've been online for almost an hour now. We've gone through some charts, just looked at a few different coins, some that I believe are setting up quite nicely for a new run, others that have hit, that floor, that support and will hopefully bounce, and others that are just broken. So just be careful with your trading. The market's out there. Please remember we've also got the Twitter account, and you can also get some nice ideas from that. I don't post that many these days, just because I think when I post, people might be influenced by the post, so I would rather, so if I see somebody else posting something that I've either bought or I'm interested in, I'll repost. It's kind of like a confirmation of what I've done, or I'll retweet. But I think if we're not in a bull market, I think it's a bit difficult to, post and then see people either put too much in it or not set stop losses. Remember, we've set up a video regarding our stop losses and keeping that in mind, that the market can change and that it could go either way. Remember to keep your eye on Bitcoin. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I think I will call it a night. It's past midnight here, so was really happy to come online, show you guys a few of the coins and what the markets are doing. We'll just quickly jump back into Bitcoin, currently sitting up about 7,500. I'm actually quite happy with that chart. I just hope it keeps going. It'd be nice to see it keep going. If this candle stays above 7,500, then we could potentially see another candle. And obviously we've got the 8,200. Don't know if we're ready to go that high yet, but obviously the fact that we've still got the 231 on positive momentum, and the fact that the 7's turning around could mean we could see that white above that blue again, which would be some great news. They're saying that June could be a good month, so maybe it will be. So that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for support, as always, for joining me, for jumping onto the charts. Remember to, if you like the video, please give me that thumbs up. Comment if there's anything that you would like me to touch on during our live feeds, our live streams, and please remember to subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can keep an eye for our new videos. We will be running a new video probably next week regarding some of those trending line patterns that we were talking about in the bearish and bullish markets, that will help you to determine